Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to whoever you are, whenever you are, wherever you are. And it's Friday, and I have reached 801 subscribers, folks. Thank you so much. Welcome to my new subscribers. I want to welcome you all. Thank you. I also want to say thank you to my new subscribers. I also want to say thank you to my old subscribers for sticking with me in the way that they have. I first back in 2011, and it was to be about me doing films, short films, and all this stuff. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out because at that moment in time, I did not have the resources and didn't have the manpower. I have the resources and still don't have the manpower. And when I do, it's either short-lived or I have to do it on my own. But still, thank you very much. Also, so for those of you out there who have seen my video about a video game that had plagued me for 27 years because I didn't know the name, and the only thing that stuck with me about that game was the whole who will save you now? Only to find out just recently, earlier this year, that it was called Slave Zero. And I found it at a store. In the said store, because it just clicked. In this store, they were selling it for around $60. Well, I went back to that store and they downed the price to almost like they took like $40 off. And yeah, I ended up buying it. No, I do not have a Dreamcast yet, but I'm hoping that I will get one. And yes, here it is. Slave Zero, rated teen for teen. It is third-person action at its best. Apparently, you can do hot player action, which is 2 to 4 players. So, yeah. This has plagued me for years. It's by Sega. And when I opened this up and I saw the disc itself, I was like, that is the game. That is the game. This game has plagued me for years. And wow, my dad did not have the case. Well, you guys remember back in the days, like we had those little CD sort of cases where you could put your CDs in. Well, he used that one for video games that did not have cases. And why is this just not letting me? Because it's freaking tucked in. Stupid. Alright. Slave Zero was created using the tools and technology of Ecstasy Engine. Customer support. Oh my god. Oh, and it says Blood Knights, drawn to the toughest and ruthless of Zodok's zone defense and aggression containment troops, is the elite unit in the armored in hardened reflex armor and carry personal energy combat rifles. The notorious Colonel Tan Koner leads these Blood Knights, who are most often found in the midst of the heaviest fighting. So they kind of give you an insight of who your enemies are, where to find the ammunition. Yeah. You have become... It says, 500 years into the future, the Zovek Khan rules the first corporation dynasty with an iron fist from the staggering vertical city, megacity S1-9, a powerfully productive military-industrial complex. S-1-9 spews mysterious and lethal pollutants in the surrounding countryside, creating a floodplains miles deep within the syndicate toxic waste. The Guardians, descendant of an ancient clan of warriors priests known as the strength of mind, body, and is sworn to destroy anything unholy. Megacity and bring down the unholy megacity and bring down the tyrannical Soviet Khan. Banished to the suck, a complex of sewage utility conducts, the Guardians have constructed a hidden installation that could provide a new base of attacks. But the fearless Guardians are no match for the Soviet Khan's evolving army of inhuman centaurs and giant destructive slaves. This is a terrible war. These terrible war machines are grown from the combination of cybernetic embryos, metal exoskeletons, and the mysterious neutronium and our NTR95876 growth compound, dark matter. In 12 hours, the embryonic cyberslaves will complete their gestation cycles and emerge from their tank combats ready thanks to the work of the mysterious dark matter. With what slaves lack in strength and intelligence of the Guardians' will, what the Guardians lack in is scale and power of a giant robot. Most human minds are too weak to control a slave, but the rigorous training practiced by the Guardians must prove the exception. The Guardians have managed to steal one slave unit and have chosen their best Chan to try to pilot it to achieve the perfect melding of man and machine. You're the last hope for the Guardians and perhaps of humanity. You must master the first of these combat monstrosities. You have become Slave Zero. Okay. You have become Slave Zero. Alright then. Alright. But yeah, I just have to get a Dreamcast. I gotta get a Dreamcast. And on top of which, I got a camera. And it's got infrared and everything. Turns. It was cheap. That's fine because I want it cheap. Well, I don't want it cheap. But this is just for like fun stuff, you know. Like nostalgia fun and stuff like that. Anyway, I want to say thank you all for 108 subscribers. Keep them coming. Keep them coming because I am nearly there. I just need 200 more subscribers in order to make 1,000. So help me the road of 1,000. Like I said before, I would like to make a cake to celebrate my 1,000 subscribers. For those of you who joined me, but you're wondering, okay, 1,000 subscribers, that's, what good does that do? It's realistic to me because 1,000 subscribers, anyone can reach, I never thought I was going to reach 1,000 subscribers. That was never the goal in the past. Like, I first started this channel and I only had 23 subscribers. And somehow, because someone put in a request for me to review a movie that I'd never heard about, and when I heard about it, I was like, it didn't interest me. And somehow that video gained traction and gained more subscribers. And, talking about movies, which I loved, this channel doesn't have to be about me making movies. It could be me talk about music and movies, which I like that stuff, and I like watching movies and I like putting what I think about it, because like Rosemary's Baby, a video about that. I've done numerous vlogs, videos and stuff like that. And I have done my short films, there's one short film that I didn't think it was going to get traction. Yeah, it has I think last I checked has 13,000 views, but that's okay. The whole point was to go, hey, look what I did. Look at the movie I made, check it out. I just recently did a documentary about Resident Evil. It's not getting the traction that I wish it would have, but if you guys want to check that out, it's called Project Biohazard, a Resident Evil love story, which talks about Resident Evil and how much of a global cultural phenomenon it has, and what it meant to people, how much of an impact it is, and what draws people into the world of Resident Evil. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I do vlogging because I like to make videos. Some vlogs have meaning, others vlogs are just completely random. Some are just normal vlogs. That's it. That's all this channel is. It's a variety channel. I do whatever I have an idea and I go for it. Like I said, it was never a plan, never a goal for me to reach 1,000 until the more subscribers I got. It's more like, okay, cool. Oh, I hit 100 subscribers. Can I hit 200? Cool. I hit 200 subscribers. Can I get a 250? Can I get a 300? So it just kept on going and going, and it was mostly because I was just doing me and being me. My interests in music like Linkin Park and 30 Seconds to Mars, movies like Rosemary's Baby, superheroes like Marvel and DC, comic books, stuff like that, video games. I've done a few video gameplay videos. I don't do that anymore because the laptop that I have now, it doesn't seem to agree with it, or it's been a while since I played a video game on my laptop. I did something called Security Booth. I did, what was it? You had like a headless guy chasing after you. You were trying to find the wine during the plague. And then Outlast 1 and 2. I did a little bit of gameplay. Not the whole thing, but just like little bits and pieces of parts that I thought were, funny. And I wanted to share. But yeah, things like that, so 1,000 is more likely what I'm going to reach. And not only that, I know for a fact I'm never going to reach 10,000. Never going to reach 50,000, 100,000, a million subscribers. There's no way. There is no way. Unless I don't know, unless I broke the record in Tetris, or I told Shere Khan off from the Jungle Book off. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. No. But yeah. So again, thank you all. Tell your friends. I was thinking about doing a Q&A video. I tried to do that before and it just didn't work out. So if you guys do want me to do a Q&A video, you're more than happy to let me know. And if so, go ahead and write it in the comments, or you're more than welcome to DM me on my Instagram, which if you go to my channel, you'll see it in my bio, the link to my Instagram. Yeah, if you guys want me to do that, go ahead and put a question there. If not, it just doesn't happen, It's not going to happen. I'm not going to put a date on it. If I get a lot of questions, like let's say 10, 20 questions max, then I'll do it. But if not, there's no biggie. That's fine. Because it didn't happen last time. I had a feeling it was going to happen last time, but at least I can say I tried. But if anyone's out there listening to this right now and you want to ask me a question, you can. All that I ask is that it's respectful and appropriate. That's all. It could be anything you guys want, as long as it's respectful and appropriate. If it's not respectful and appropriate, it's not happening. I'm not answering that question. So, treat others the way you want to be treated. That's all. So yeah, so if you guys are interested, go ahead and put a question down below in my comments section or my Instagram, so long as it's acceptable and respectful. And if not, that's okay. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Yes, so. But once again, thank you so much, guys, for 801 views. I hope you guys are doing well on this fine Friday. So keep them coming. Tell your friends, tell your family, like, subscribe, favorite, whatever the kids are doing these days. But yeah, thank you again for 100, if not 100, 801, 801 subscribers. Like I said before, if I get to 1,000, I might do a cake celebrating 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, keep them coming. I need like 200, well actually 199 more, because I have 808, 801, excuse me, 801. I have 801 subscribers, thus making it 199 subscribers left to make it 1,000. So, yeah. Tell your friends, tell your family, have them tell their friends, have them tell friends, and so on and so forth. Yeah. Gonna go for it. But yeah, again, thank you so much for 801 subscribers. I finally got Slave Zero. I just gotta get the Dreamcast. Oh, the store that has my Dreamcast, it was all over the news today. A bunch of Yahooligans try to be Hellraisers, and they broke into the shop, and they panicked. And they panicked when the alarms came off, and then they left. Apparently, nothing was stolen, according to the store owner. But they said they were asking for the public's help to find out who had done it, because it was like a band of like 4 or 5 people doing it, and they just freaked out. I was like, what? As soon as they said the place and they said the store, I was like, wait, the store I went to is there. And sure enough, it was on TV. So, yeah, I'm not going to go back there for a while. I think in about a month or 2, I'll try to see if I can get my Dreamcast. Something. But also in the store that I finally got, Slave Zero, they had the portable PlayStation with the screen on it. You know, because I remember playing it in the car when I was a kid. That particular console in the car and everything. They were selling that close to $300. $300. I want to see if I can haggle with the person. Can I haggle with them? I'm gonna see what I haggle, because I tried to get it off eBay, but the person never answered back. Because apparently the sale had ended, and I sent them a message asking them when they were going to resell it, to put it right back on their marketplace, and they never answered back. So I want to know. Hopefully that store can haggle. Turn it down to $250 and we got it, or like $200 and we got something, or $220. You know, it's just things like that. But yeah, once again, thank you so much, guys, for 801 subscribers. To your new subscribers, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. To my old subscribers, sticking it out with me since 2011. These past years, thank you guys for sticking it out. Even though I'll admit my content isn't as out there, it's still me. That's what I like. I like to be genuine. I like to be real, because I don't like being fake. I don't like being a hypocrite. Am I guilty of being a hypocrite? Oh yeah. Who isn't? I'm not a saint. I'm me. I don't want to be a saint. Trust me. I've already given up and sacrificed a lot of stuff. I don't want to do anything more, especially when you're still getting the short end of the stick. So if you're still getting the short end of the stick, why is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Because it's not. That's just me. But yes, so thank you so much. Yeah. We're almost there. The road to 1,000. We're almost there. 199 more, folks. 199 more, folks. Let's make it happen. Thank you, and take care, guys. Bye.